So, in conclusion, that was the greatest story I've ever told. Oh, we're live. Hey, what's up, everybody?
You missed it.
How you doing? I can't believe I just told that story. I said I was going to take it to my grave, but we just went live now. Let's just say I was only in jail for 2 nights. But anyways.
McAfee.
Oh, man. So before we start recording the actual show, this whole episode is dedicated to Nike. Oh, I'm just kidding. I ain't talking about that shit.
And Ford.
And Ford. Aren't you? Did you burn all your Nike socks, guys?
Yeah.
All the Brad and Chads in the universe.
Who the fuck's got that kind of money?
Brad and Chads.
It's true.
The Brad and Chad show.
Jose Abreu's nutty story.
Testicular torsion.
Nutty story.
We go nuts about Jose Abreu.
Let it begin.
Dude, that's seriously just going to be 20 minutes of me just going, oh. Because it sounds,
emergency surgery.
It sounds so bad.
Wonder if they shut him down for the season.
Might as well. We'll talk. We'll discuss.
555-4444.
4444. Call. We'll talk.
Nobody will.
Call about it. And then I'll fake sleep and I'll snore.
We're gonna bring the energy tonight. Oh my god.
Yeah, 555-4444. Call. We'll discuss. No big deal.
Is that Francesa? Who are you?
Yeah, it's pretty good too. I'm pretty proud of it. Cool. Oh no, that's more old Jewish lady. I gotta get more bass in the voice. Cool. Right. We'll discuss.
Tweet it out.
Hey, football started. And it started with a fumble.
Wait, who fumbled?
No, I'm just joking.
Damn it, come on. I'm facing Matt Ryan.
It looked like Matt Ryan fumbled, but they called the play dead.
Damn it. I'm going up against Matt Ryan and Julio Jones. Oh, side note, I got my draft was last night. I got Antonio Brown with the 5th pick.
Goodness.
I would like to be in your league next year.
There's we had keepers and we had the keepers before the draft. And
no one kept Antonio Brown?
Apparently not.
I would like to double my entry fee into your league next year.
So David Johnson, the guy, there's a new guy in the league, and he took over someone's team, and his keeper was David Johnson, and he ended up getting the 1st overall pick. So that ended up being David Johnson. So that sucked for him. And then the second guy, who was technically the 1st pick, took Le'Veon Bell. Oops.
Wait, isn't Antonio Brown holding out?
No,
it's Le'Veon Bell.
Le'Veon Bell's holding out. That's right.
And then who else went ahead? Oh, so the pick ahead of me, I'm like, oh shit, Brown's falling. There's no way he's going to get to 5. The guy ahead of me takes Saquon Barkley. I'm like, okay.
It's actually not a bad choice, I think.
Over Brown? You know what you're getting into.
Well, not over Brown, right? But I mean, I could see why he's going with it because I think the Giants are going to, at least I heard, my opinion via Sports Talk Radio here is that the Giants are going to run him ragged.
I can see it. I guess if they're trying to win with Eli, his last year, I guess.
Yeah. They were saying 1,200 yards this season. How many backs get 1,200 yards anymore? Right?
No.
Not a lot.
Todd Gurley and Bell. That's it.
Yep, pretty much.
All right, everything's tweeted out.
Yep, just saw it. No.
Yeah.
All right. Matt Ryan's 1 for 1 with 1 pass to Julio Jones.
All right, Detmer. Oh, I forget how much I loved Coy Detmer.
Okay, on that note, let's start showing the show. Because I'm glad that I wasn't recording for that, but now I'm recording.
I was recording.
Yeah, good. So now you have it on record.
Oh, the Mortal Kombat gif. I like it.
You have it on record saying that you miss Coy Detmer.
I do. I miss Coy Detmer.
Well, yeah, we are all live on YouTube.
It's
All this has been live.
Yeah, it's there.
Did we get 2 more people than last week? I think last week we had 0.
I don't know. We're competing with NFL football now, so
Yeah, we're in trouble.
Someone's got to be a real diehard fan. And if you are watching this,
thank you.
Love you.
Go watch football.
Yep. All right,
By
you
the
guys.
way, did we ever give away our bat?
Not yet.
It was never claimed, and now I got a signed bat and a Jim Thome commemorative bobblehead. So
you can do some crazy pun with Brayu's injury and his bat.
Ooh.
If you know what synonym we use for torsion, go ahead.
Okay, so let's start the show. What's going on, everybody? It is Friday, September 7th. Yes, September. You have found the Pinwheels and Ivy Podcast. I am your host, Matt Zawoski. They call me Zoe. And with me, as always, Aldo Soto.
Howdy, everyone. No.
That was a big howdy, dude. I like the energy, though.
And nothing else.
And Matt and Nuko. What's up, Nuke?
Yo, guess what I'm drinking this week?
What's the fancy bitch drink of a week?
A lovely New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc, aged in stainless steel. It's got lemongrass, a little passion fruit, delish.
I do have to admit, I do like just saying Sauvignon Blanc.
Sauvignon Blanc.
And saying fancy bitch.
And calling you a fancy bitch.
Right?
Yes.
That's what award-winning journalists drink.
Why? Yes. Side note, we are accepting applications for wine sponsorships to be the fancy bitch drink of the week.
You can put it right here. You can put it on my microphone, a magnet. Anything you want.
So we got a great show. Little light on the topics this week, but it's going to be a real fun show. We're going to talk about the Cubs and their playoff push. Big series in Milwaukee, including just ridiculous size L flags. And we're going to talk about, Eddie Russell came back, not so hot. We're going to talk about Morrow's return, if it's going to happen. Then we'll flip gears to the south side of town, and we're talking some Jose Abreu testicles. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going to put on some slow and low music for that. Yes. And then we're going to talk about final say came down on Eloy. Kopech might be Thor. And Dylan Cease is the greatest throw-in maybe of all time. And then, little newer segment, we are going to do our first ever draft on the show where we're each going to draft 4 guys on a Chicago team. Let's limit this. On a Chicago baseball team.
Oh, Jesus. I already had my draft up.
That sucks for you, nerd. 4 guys, Chicago-based. So Cubs or White Sox, who you would want on your team, and it's a street fight or a bar fight because there's difference. There's more instruments in a bar fight.
Let's go street fight.
Street fight? So you got to be a good fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't just bust a bottle. You can't just have
a chair over somebody's head, right?
Right.
Damn, I want a bar fight because I think there's some sneaky guys on those Chicago teams.
Right.
Let's extend it to the minor leagues too, because there's one name
that goes out to the street.
All right, so Aldo clearly has someone in the minor leagues he wants on his side. So we'll go into the minor league. You better not fight with my precious Eloy. That's my baby boy. You do not fight with him.
Eloy would crush you with his bare hands.
No. Eloy does not fight. Anyways, so all that is in store. And if you're still listening, we love you. And so let's tap this keg. All right. As always, the show is brought to you by Sports Mockery, sportsmockery.com. Football season is beginning, so all your top to bottom Bears coverage will be there for everything in the Cubs. Why do I keep saying clubs? The Cubs.
You're thinking about the fighting.
And yeah, that's a good point. And we'll, everything in between. Make sure you're downloading the app out of the App Store or Google Play, and you better enable those push notifications so you get all the latest breaking news right to your phone as soon as it happens. So let's start with the Cubs. Big series in Milwaukee. A lot of emotions. Tension's running high. And I was saying before we started recording here that it had like a playoff-like atmosphere both on the field and on Twitter, like people were pretty juiced about this series. People were going pretty good, or So although, as our resident Cubs fan here, like, were you pumped for this series, or was it just like, okay, sweet, first place versus second place, it's the Brewers?
Let's see. So when they started the series, the Cubs were 5 games up. Yeah, they were 5 games up. I was more pumped because it was like, if the Cubs sweep here, they basically eliminate the Brewers. Or even if they take 2 of 3, they basically almost bury the Brewers. But after they blew that first game on Monday when they lost 4-3, it was like, all right, just, win the series maybe. When they got blown out on Tuesday, 11-1, it was like, all right, just get a win here. People forget the Cubs got swept by the Brewers last year at home around the same time, and it was like the same thing. They were up by 5, and the lead went down to 2. They were still like,
oh no, people forget, but Milwaukee doesn't, because they brought it up every other fucking pitch of that series.
Well, Cubs fans forgot it because they were freaking out after Tuesday's game. They're like, the season's over. The Cubs are blowing the division. Guys, the same thing happened last year, and then the Cubs won the division fairly easily at the end.
Yep.
So it was
also
bigger for the Brewers than for the Cubs,
which is fair because they're the team chasing. But we also saw, he's already a pretty emotional guy in Pedro Strop. But when he got the final out in the last game of the series, he acted like you just won Game 7 of the World Series.
I mean, that's him. As you said, that's him. Typical. Every season.
It just seemed like it was just a little scotch.
I forget who tweeted it. I forget who tweeted it. Someone's like, the only thing I didn't like about Stroop's celebration is that he didn't turn directly to the Brewers dugout. That would have been better. So that would have been true. I mean, it was fine. The fans, obviously, they're always going to go at it on Twitter at the park. It's like 50-50 at best for Brewers fans. Because I mean, Miller Park is apparently a dump. There's like, it was raining up in Milwaukee. And
I like that ballpark.
It was leaking all series long, and then there was some white, gunky, oozing shit just coming down during the game on Wednesday. So that was weird. I don't know what that was about. So Miller Park trash.
Sorry, as a Cubs fan, and you talk about historical Wrigley Field all the time, that place is like one heavy bird diarrhea away from completely falling down. So we can't really talk about other stadiums being trash.
Well, that's completely fair. But if we're gonna call a spade here, Miller Park, what's up to all these leaks? They don't have air conditioning.
That's fucked up.
I don't think they need it.
No, they do need it, because I read a story from 2012 when it was May. There was a heat wave in the Midwest. It was 95 degrees, humid, and it was raining.
Oh, but
Major League Baseball made the Brewers open their roof even though it was raining because it was too damn hot and they don't have air conditioning. It's like, you're gonna kill our fans.
Yeah.
So
probably a cloud that formed up.
So the Brewers,
So
it's all talk.
Couple things with the points you made there. One, how about the new guy on the Cubs just straight out just poo-pooing on Milwaukee's fans?
Dude, Cole Hamels.
That was fantastic. Cole Hamels, speaking about going up a notch, Cole Hamels went up a notch in my book because that was a great burn.
The Cubs had just lost in a horrific way. They got the lead. Anthony Rizzo hits a 2-run home run off Josh Hader, the first home run he's ever allowed against a lefty. And then the Cubs blow it in the 8th. They blow the lead in the 8th, and then Chris Bryant doesn't throw home in the 9th. Cubs lose. And after that, Cole Hamels has the balls enough to be like, yeah, this team's not really right, really. Where are the fans?
Yeah. I don't know if you saw it, Nuke, but it was pretty big news.
Oh, yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, he's just it's not really how can you really call it a rivalry when more than half the crowd's wearing Cubs shit?
And then the next day, Alberto Morrow had his weekly segment on the radio, and he's like, they asked him about it. He's like, well, he wasn't lying.
He's not wrong.
And Hamels is not that guy. He's not a confrontational, controversy guy,
Oh, and he knew what he was doing, because he's like, yeah, I know they're not going to react, or I know how they're going to react to this, but.
What did Cato Kalin have to say on the matter?
I completely forgot about Cato. There's too many Cubs fans freaking out.
Or is he done?
No, there's no way he's done. But there's too many Cubs fans freaking out about the Cubs losing two. Like they only lost one game in the standings. They're still 4 games up with like 20 games left. It's chill out, guys.
Oh, well, he quit Twitter 23 hours ago.
after they lost to the Cubs?
Yes.
Oh, here you go. People, are you going to read it?
People, last tweet's in all caps. And just for those who are just tuning in, this is the Cato Kalin check-in portion of our show. People, last tweet. Chacon is horrendous, all caps. 1 good game, 2 bad games. Today he picked the bad game at Brewers. Don't say he's good. He's not. He blows. He blows, all caps. No sweep is not a victory. Yelich is hot. Why sit him to cool down? Another idiotic move by council. Hashtag fire council. Period. Goodbye, Twitter. And I said it like that because goodbye and then TWITs in all caps and then the last TERs in lowercase letters.
The random capitalizations are, I don't know.
I'll tell you what, it's like a literary odyssey every time you read one of his tweets.
It's fantastic. Twitter. So Cato's pissed. Sorry, shout out Cato. The other thing,
on the show.
Couple things from the series though, and I got to talk about this because this is bothering the shit out of me. Where the hell did the Brewers fans get a blue L flag, super hilarious original joke L flag, that is literally the size of Rhode Island?
They probably borrowed it from White Sox fans.
That's true. It is a pretty hilarious joke. But I was more amazed by the sheer just volume of this flag. It was gigantic.
I mean,
I just want to know I want to know how much money you dropped on this hilarious joke.
I mean, congratulations. I was proud of that. It was like good for the Brewers. They have something to cheer for, I guess. I don't know. There's no one in the stands like at the end of that game because most of the fans that were there were Cubs fans who left.
There's no way that was under 500. So someone dropped over at least $500 to make that hilarious joke.
You know what the bigger joke was? The picture that has that big L, it's right next to their 1982 American League pennant banner. And like that's the only thing the franchise has ever won. Like that.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
You burnt. Yeah, that was just someone did point that out. I saw that too. Oh, you Cubs fans, so witty and crafty. But
after 108 years, that's you're damn right. We're gonna come right back at you.
That's true. That's very true. So talking about actual baseball, one of the things that showed up in the series was the return of Addison Russell.
Oh God.
It was not good. I mean, for a guy who's, and I think it's fair to say, he's a defensive shortstop. Yes?
Yes.
At times.
Well, he wasn't
supposed to be.
Yeah, he wasn't in Milwaukee because it was sloppy. It just did not look good. And he's going to be on this playoff roster, right?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, at this point, he's getting more playing time than David Bodie now, which everyone's pissed off about.
Right.
Why is that? What is Bodie doing?
Well, Bodie has struggled. He's come down from his hot streak, but I mean, Addison Russell hasn't been good. I don't know if his hand injury is still. I think it's his knuckle or something, his finger. I don't know if that's still bothering him, but I mean, he can't really hit anymore, which is kind of a problem when you're really you're not playing elite defense anymore. So I don't know why Joe Maddon is giving him more playing time right now than other guys, but no.
There's an obscure statistic that says Patty should be playing. Go ahead, Matt. Zoe.
He's a gut guy, buddy. Big gut guy.
I mean, yeah, because the numbers would say to start David Bodie, not Addison Russell.
Right. Especially after what we saw in Milwaukee, I want Bodie out there just for his bat because Russell had the advantage in defense, but it doesn't look like that advantage is as big as a gap as it used to be. And now if you're talking about at the plate, give me Bodie.
I mean, David Bodie isn't too bad on defense either.
No, he's not. That's what I'm saying. But I mean, Russell used to be a way better defensive player than Bodie, but that gap has now.
Like he's still supposed to be, but it doesn't look good. I don't know what the hell's wrong.
You gotta give Addison Russell a few games to get back. Figure it out.
It looked like the yips, bro.
Oh yeah.
Nah, he's had that weird throwing motion.
Yeah, but it got there. It wasn't getting there in Milwaukee. Rizzo was getting his workout in, bro.
He was.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I don't know why. The point is that Addison Russell shouldn't be starting as much as he has been since he's come back on Saturday.
I'll double gun that.
And like he started again on Thursday against Steven Strasburg, and I don't think he hasn't done anything tonight either.
No, Strasburg looked like trash though.
He did. He hasn't been that good this year.
Just throw that out there right now. Strasburg looked like absolute doo-doo.
And then Kyle Hendricks didn't look any better either. It was not good.
And then, although real quick before we flip over to the White Sox, what's up with Morrow?
Oh my God! All right, the Brandon Morrow. I had brought this up 2 weeks ago because he's been down in the DL since like July 22nd or something, and he went down with a biceps injury. They did an MRI. He immediately says, "Oh, they found something in there, but I'll pitch through it." The red flag. Everyone kind of just like, "Oh, he'll be fine." Like he just said, "There's something there." So the entire month of August passed. September comes. He's thrown like one time off the mound in the last month. That was like in the middle of August when they were in Pittsburgh. He hasn't thrown off the mound since like 3 weeks ago. He's gonna throw off the mound on Sunday in Washington. And then what was it on Wednesday? On Wednesday, Joe Madden comes out. Oh, this is why everyone like the Joe Madden health updates this year have been crappy. Because one day, huh?
Belichick-like.
Yeah, it's literally within hours. It's like the day before. It's like, yeah, he's progressing, and then the next day is like, he's running out of time. He may not be back, and that's where we're at right now, where they're running out of time. The minor league season is basically over for the Cubs, so they don't have. It's not like he can go down to the minors and rehab. They were hoping that he'd be back in the middle of September. And then at that point, they have to build up his strength because he hasn't pitched in like 2 months. And that only leaves them 2 more weeks until the start of the playoffs, and that might not be enough time. So right now, the Cubs, if they get to the playoffs, which, I mean, they still should, they're going to go by closer by committee or like hope that Pedro Strop becomes the guy. He has been. He has 12 saves, but it's still a little shaky when he goes out there.
He wears his hat crooked. Come on.
I mean, I brought this up too. How 2 years ago, Strop and Rondon, they were big guys, obviously in the bullpen then, and they went down in September, and then they didn't come back late either, and then Joe Madden just completely like didn't go to them in any big spots during the playoffs, and that's when he like just pitched Aroldis Chapman through the ground. But this year, he doesn't have a Chapman to really like ride in the playoffs, so they're kind of screwed. I don't know, they're kind of screwed. But it was pointed out that like if you look at every contender in the National League, there's really no one has a shutdown closer because right now Kenley Jansen has a heart issue, so that's kind of scary. Yeah, so like everyone has a question mark in their bullpen.
I'm trying to think. I can't think of a shutdown closer. You're right. That's a good point. I really haven't thought about that. And it's very unique because we definitely just went through like a whole era of the.
Like, and Aroldis Chapman is actually out right now too.
And then Chapman's out, yeah.
Yeah. So like, but I mean, we're in an era of baseball where you got basically every team has a closer that can hit at least 96 on the gun. Yeah. Like they have that guy, and it's just. I don't know. That's weird. That's a really good point. I never thought of that. So
Miller's out too still, isn't he?
Yep. He went back on the DL recently. So my guy right now is Jesse Chavez. My guy is Jesse Chavez because he can actually pitch multiple innings because he's been a starter before. and of course, when I say this on Wednesday night against the Brewers, he comes in a big spot and gives up a 2-run home run. So right after I say that he's going to be the guy in the postseason, he gives up a home run.
That was a fantastic Twitter follow where you said it, and then you just you responded.
7 hours later, of course.
Of course. That was fantastic.
I don't know. Maybe it's going to be Mike Montgomery because he's obviously not going to be, because it's going to be Lester, Hendricks, Quintana, and Hamels being the starting pitchers. So maybe Mike Montgomery's that guy that they ride for multiple innings.
I mean, they can do closer by committee.
Yeah,
whatever the matchup says.
And that's right now. That's what they're planning with. I think they said even if Morrow comes back, I don't think they're going to trust him enough to be like, all right, you're our guy. So, yay for October stressful baseball for the Cubs.
P.S. By the way, we got to take a look here at the NL is a mess right now, which is really fun.
The Nationals, even by trading everyone, they still had a chance and they screwed up.
Well, right. But I mean, so the whole AL Central is pretty much close to getting in.
Yeah. NL Central.
NL Central, yeah.
NL Central. Sorry.
AL Central, not the story at all.
Not. Milwaukee's in the lead right now. They're only a half game ahead of St. Louis for the first wild card.
The NL West is...
The NL West is crazy. Colorado they're going to take the West, but the Dodgers are right behind them, or 2 games behind them, or a game and a half. And then Atlanta and Philly that's the biggest one. Atlanta's starting to put some distance between them and Philly. But they're 4.5 games out of behind Atlanta. But the difference between Philly at 73 wins and Milwaukee at 79. That's it. 6 games. And then you've got Milwaukee, St. Louis, Los Angeles, Arizona. So, I mean, September is going to be fun in the National League.
Yes. I'm actually pretty excited for playoff baseball this year.
Especially with the way the bullpens are shaping up. Who did Britton get traded to? The Brewers?
No, he went to the Yankees, didn't he?
The Yankees. Yes, he did.
He did go to the Yankees. You just said Brewers because it just feels like everyone got traded to the Brewers.
No, that's the White Sox. They traded everyone with that win.
Yes, to the Brewers. Yeah. Yankees signed a bunch of people, Andrew McCutchen, all them.
Right.
But, I mean, I've officially picked my dog in the race in the American League. No, it's the Boston Red Sox. And the reason why it's the Boston Red Sox
because they don't bunt.
Is because they don't bunt.
I love that quote.
They don't bunt. That was one of the fantastic things. And as soon as I read it, I don't think there's been anything else in my life where I've read it and been like, I have to send this to Nuke right now. I was so excited to send you that quote. I was so excited. I was like, I'm going to mess with him for a solid 15 to 20 minutes because I know he's going to get really pissed off about this. And for those of you that don't know, short snapshot of the story, Ian Kinsler was talking about his first game with the Red Sox. He said there was, I think, 1 out, a runner on second. They were chasing a run. He figured, I'll bunt him over. And he went up. He bunted, I think, 2 balls foul, and then he ended up striking out. He went back to the dugout. Mookie Betts went right up to him and was just like, we don't bunt. And I was like, rooting for the Red Sox. Game over that. I've always been a Mookie guy anyway, so that was that just sealed it for me. But let's talk about them White Sox. Let's go to the south side of town here.
This is nuts.
This is gonna get real punny real fast. So Jose Abreu, Nuke, what was what's the correct technical term?
Testicular torsion.
Yeah, that just sounds terrible. So in layman's terms, he had emergency surgery on his balls, and it sounded
actually is it the vas deferens?
Don't try to doctor this up. You got 2 glasses of wine. You're feeling frisky. Don't try to get medical. It sounded.
Picture your urethra being.
Oh God! It sounded so painful. So
right in the pee hole.
Do you guys want me to read Abreu's quote?
No, I want you to clip that snippet forever. And when Nuke wins other journalistic awards, we could just play that clip over and over, right in the pee hole. But yes, sorry, Aldo. What is Abreu's quote?
It was one of my testicles. Wait. It was one of my testicles turned sideways and was strangled. The doctor had to perform emergency surgery to save it. I never thought about it, but it was serious. The doctors, they did a very good job, and everything is good. They saved the testicle. I'm really glad and thankful. Like I said before, for all the people who helped me and who were there for me, I feel very grateful right now. Ow.
I can't imagine that pain.
Here we go. The Mayo Clinic says testicular torsion involves twisting of the spermatic cord, which has the effect of reducing blood flow to the affected ball and causing sudden and often severe pain and swelling, plus nausea, vomiting, frequent urination, and, quote, a testicle that's positioned higher than normal or at an unusual angle. Oh, my God.
Oh, that all sounds so bad.
Goodness.
That sounds so. I wasn't going to drink tonight, but now I'm going to go get a drink. Oh, that sounds so bad.
So
How do you, his nut was twisted. Got all caught up and twirled.
Okay, well.
So like,
let's take a minute. Take a breath. Whew. All right. So now that we got that out of the way,
it makes you want to sit differently, doesn't it?
It does. It's a squirmable.
Like just hover. Yeah, it's like, we'll just. I don't know about
kind of
where you want to adjust every time you sit down.
Made me a little nauseous, but
my stomach hurts. Like,
yeah, my stomach. Like legit.
How do you palpate for that? How do you check for that? How do you do a self-examination?
No,
I mean, I think you just go to the doctor like, hey, my fucking nuts.
Yeah, he probably walked into the trainer's office. Was like, I feel like I got kicked in the dick by a donkey. Something's going on right now. Can you please check this out? Oh, that just sounds terrible. But
so it was like
there was a great
the tube in there was twisted up. Oh God.
So this begs the question, though. After the man just went through all that,
literally sit him down.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
there are things more important than baseball?
Is there? I mean, he has kids already, but is there a point? There's no point in him playing the rest of the year, right? Unless he has like contract kickers that he's going for.
No, I mean, I think once he got out after those when he was out those 2 weeks, I think that pretty much eliminated the 130. But imagine what's going to go down in the record books. And here's another piece of trivia for you, right? Mm-hmm. Who are the three people that would have had it, or the three people that could have? You would say Joe DiMaggio and Albert Pujols were the only two players to do, 4 or 5 years of 30? 5 years of 25 and 100, or 30 and 100? 25 and 100.
I thought it was 30.
30 and 100. And Abreu would have had it if not for his balls getting all twisted. What is the injury? Just wait. 7th inning trivia in about 30 years.
Yeah.
What was the injury?
His balls were broken.
Yeah, we got Zoe. We got Zoe from the south side. He got kicked in the dick by a donkey.
Sox math 2035. Yes. Multiply the number of balls that Jose Abreu had twisted, and then.
Oh man!
Poor Jose. He had that. He had to eat his passport from when he flew over from Cuba on the plane.
Oh man, this is all hitting the feels hard.
Yeah, Jose, brother, we feel for you, man.
Get well.
Get better, dude.
Is he expected to be? He's not expected to be back, right?
Like, they keep saying like he's gonna be back. They keep saying in a week. Why? It's been like 3 weeks of that. Just let the guy chill out for the rest of the year. Maybe if he feels like it, pitch hit him once in a while, but like there's no point.
Could you imagine like he's at first base and there's a bad bounce and he just goes right to his.
Oh, I think he.
No, bro, he's got Kevlar over that thing right now.
Kevlar?
Kevlar. Yeah, you know.
Lord Kevlar. New material.
Yeah, it's a new material you don't even know about yet. Southside Chicago stuff. You don't even know about that yet. Mm-hmm. We got that new.
Wait, Nuke, do guys wear like cuffs? Is that a thing?
Oh yeah. You have to. Well, here's only if you really want to hear. So outfielders don't, and they shouldn't, because I heard a nasty story, and it has to do with your nuts. Outfielder went full throttle, dove ball got pinched in between the cup and his thigh.
What?
Doggy.
Exploded.
No.
just popped like a grape.
No.
Why?
Bad.
That's the lead on every tweet tomorrow.
I would, you could join us as the guys talk about terrible ball injuries for 15 minutes. I definitely. I mean, if you're a catcher, it's a no-brainer. You got to wear a cup. Do pitchers wear cups?
Typically not.
I would say that probably wouldn't work out.
I think they should.
I would think they should.
Comebackers that might bounce up in there. You don't even know.
But that motion that they're making over and over again, that's like severe, like chafing.
I don't know. I don't know what that is.
Outfielders, no. DH, absolutely not.
Infielders, it's a necessity. I didn't wear one for a while, and I was playing third in a collegiate league, a summer league up in upstate New York. And I caught one at third base, hot corner, square in the gonads. And I came in, and I I was doing that like shaking thing, and like I always thought the high voice was like
oh no, it's real
fiction. Oh, it's real. Oh, I was like, I bought a cup the next day.
Do you think Jose Abreu was talking differently during the entire time?
No.
Where's Eloy? Where the fuck is Eloy? So,
oh my goodness.
All right, Jose.
Has this joke gone far enough?
Yeah, Jose.
Do you think? Remember when Walter Payton was dying because of his liver failure, and there was fans calling into radio stations saying they would donate their livers? Do you think there's any White Sox fans who were calling up saying they would donate their testicle to Jose Abreu?
The White
Sox. I don't think he needs 3.
I would. First of all, I was super curious as how you were about to connect those two things. Like you had me hanging on every word there for a second. And knowing the White Sox fan base, yes, there is some dude right now in a dive bar in Alsip that's like, I'd give Jose a nut. I'd give it to him.
I was down in Phoenix before I moved. I was down in Arizona in spring training when Javier Baez went down with a hamstring injury. I don't know how it's possible. I was ready to donate both of my hamstrings. So just in case, Chris Bryant, you need the shoulder. I mean, mine's probably not good, but you can have it.
I want to give our draft a fair enough time here, so
it's gonna need it.
A little
terms. Go ahead.
Little down on the farm news. So Eloy, we ain't seeing him until, was it usually April?
April 12th against the New York Yankees.
And can I have my moment?
Now you can have your moment. Go ahead.
Can I have my moment. You're not going to pop champagne bottles on my front lawn.
No, I am not.
I even let you sneak in some optimism into my world and my universe.
Right.
And give me a little bit of hope.
Eloy did me a favor because now I don't have to go to New Jersey. But go ahead. Keep going.
I told you so.
Fair enough. You did.
That's it. I'm done.
You did. No, that was well deserved. I'll own that one. You said it. Fair enough. Fuck. But all right.
Eloy, if you want, you can give me another make a magnet, and we'll be your Eloy fan club right here.
Yes. And thank you again, Eloy.
Microphone.
But speaking of Eloy, the throw-in on that trade.
It wasn't a throw-in.
It was definitely a throw-in, dude.
No, the throw-in were the other two guys that you don't know.
It was 1 and 1A.
Okay,
yeah.
Fair enough. Well, Cease, the other guy in that trade, just got Pipeline Pitcher of the Year.
MLB Pipeline Pitcher of the Year. You're right. Yes. Yeah.
And just fantastic numbers. I mean, up and down. Threw in Double-A all year this year. Going to go ahead and say we'll probably see him in Charlotte next year.
Yeah, he's probably going to start. I would say, I'm not sure. I think he may have started in High A this year for like a very short period of time.
I think he was in
he was in Winston-Salem for a little while. So he was part of that June call-up. He had 13 starts in Winston-Salem this year. But he had significant time in Double-A, and he was lights out.
Yeah, I think he proved
1.89 ERA.
He definitely earned that promotion.
So he's probably on the same trajectory as Kopech.
Yes, that's what I was going to get to. Yeah, I think he's on that same. But hopefully next year, maybe they're competing a little bit more. I mean, I'm not saying anything. Just
You said competing for a wild card spot.
Yeah, and an arm like Dylan Cease would definitely help that if, So, and then finally, speaking of Kopech, the Rain Man, Thor. So it's annoying now, dude. I just need a guy to pitch on like a 72-degree and not a cloud in the sky day. Like
It is crazy. All his starts at home. They've been at home, right? The rain?
Except for the one in Detroit.
One in Detroit, yeah.
No, but the ones that there's been a rain delay, it's been all in Chicago.
All in Chicago.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
It rains every fifth day.
Nuke, he's gonna get his 10 starts or whatever.
I mean,
where did he go last night? 4? Did he go 4?
I think he went an inning and a third.
No,
because the rain delay was in the 4th and the 6th.
Well, no, he sucked.
Third. Oh, he got yanked. I only watched the first inning.
I'm pretty sure he only went an inning and a third.
Hold on. I want to get
because we want to get our facts.
No,
right.
Kopech went 3.1 innings, 9 hits, 7 runs.
My bad.
1 walk, 6 strikeouts, but he went 3 innings.
3 and a third. There you go.
Yep. So I guess this does help your pitch limit theory.
Your innings limit. There you go.
Yeah.
No, well, it may not, because if he's not getting innings, then But I mean, like
14 and a third innings and 4 starts.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's not because he's been bad, because he's been good in 3 out of 4 starts. It's just
right, exactly. Yeah, now he'll finish out the year because he won't. He's only at 145, so he'll probably get. There's like 2 more weeks, 3 more weeks. Yeah, he'll get a little bit here and there. But I could tell from the first inning yesterday, they were doing something strange, or not. I just don't know if it's strange, but he didn't have his velocity. He was in 90. He was 92 to 94, not 96 to 90, and they just went fastball heavy. Everything was a fastball. They didn't throw any off-speed pitches. The leadoff hitter, I forget his name, Castellano or something.
Castellanos, yeah.
Yeah, he was sitting fastball dead red, and even I in my living room was like, "It's coming. Here's fastball. He's not going to throw anything else," and he just pumped it to right field.
The entire Detroit lineup was.
And they were swung first pitch of the game. Right. They know he's coming with the fastball. And he said it after the game. If you don't have 96, 98 to 100, you can't get away with it.
It's
92,
BP.
94 is what everybody else does. Yeah,
it's BP.
And they know the fastball's coming. So this is where being able to pitch is starting to be a thing for him. So he didn't have secondary stuff. Maybe he didn't have it in the bullpen, and maybe that's why they just kept calling fastball. But, it's part of the development. It's going to, and he has a fastball that he can get through a full time, a first rotation through the lineup.
Right.
First round through the lineup. So that was just one of those weird nights.
My thing is,
he couldn't beat it.
I'm fine with it, especially if he goes every 3 out of 4 starts he makes or aces, and he takes a shit every 4th one, whatever. But I'm more curious to see the first month of next year after a full off season with Don Cooper, who has definitely earned the benefit of the doubt. I want to see what that secondary stuff looks like.
I do too. And I just want to see him. I want to see after a full off season and then after having this month, what it looks like at the beginning of the year. I want to know. I want to see if he's got his mechanics still calmed down, if he's been consistent, he comes out throwing strikes, or if he needs time to adjust. I'm curious. Same with Eloy. Same with Eloy too, because I think he's going to be up quick.
Oh, so the April 11th game against the Yankees. He's there. Yeah. I mean,
I think he just needs to.
If Hahn waits to April 12th, his house might get burnt down.
Especially,
it's got to that point.
See, here's the thing. I know what Hahn's doing. Hahn is sitting at home already. Like, please, like when middle of February comes and everybody shows up early, he's just gonna be praying. Please don't just be like Babe Ruth here. Don't hit 4 bills and hit 20 home runs. He's like, please don't do that.
It's gonna happen too. It's totally gonna happen. It's definitely gonna happen. I'm gonna have a big ass smile on my face while White Sox Twitter gets the torches and pitchforks out.
Oh, they will be out.
Do you guys think it would have been less of a deal if he would have just come out and say, like the Twins GM, who like kind of he got criticized for it.
I would have appreciated it more.
You can admit it.
Yeah, like if he would just said like, Yeah, it's the service time, and not just dance around these ridiculous things. He needs to develop more
I don't think so.
defense and out in the outfield. Like,
I think legally you can't do that, right?
I
like
think it's against the rules. You
Yeah, the
can't.
player
Well,
agreed.
because the
So that-
admission.
what was that Twins GM doing then when he
I think
basically?
he may have just fumbled it.
Okay.
Little boo boo.
I don't know. I mean, maybe not. Maybe you're right, Aldo. But I thought, from what I was reading, especially in that John Heyman piece with the agents, a few weeks back, but Eloy's agents, criticizing Han, was that like maybe it's not illegal, or maybe it's not against the rules, but maybe it's like the moment you admit that that's how you're making decisions, that's what's driving decisions, the moment that the MLB Players Association starts to go off the rails.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be a big deal, a big deal in the next CBA. Which, they're only 1 year into the CBA this year anyway, or 2 years into this year.
All right. All right. We got about 20 minutes or so left. Let's do this. 4 players, Chicago only teams, nuke.
Are they current players or?
Yes, current players. Current players. You can't have Ron Karkovice. Current players.
One of AJ Pierzynski.
4 guys. He would be crafty as shit. 4 guys.
Oh, he'd definitely kick you in the balls.
He'd have a pocket full of sand or something. And ninja sand. So we said street fight, not bar fight, right?
Yeah.
We said street fight, yeah.
Street fight.
I like that because bar fight could include pool cues or bar stools, and that would give a guy like Polka an advantage. Where I'm not going
on my team.
I'm not having him on my street fight team, and we'll get into this. There will be debate. This is going to be very controversial. So,
by the way, we're bringing this up because this week is Street Fighter in Major League Baseball. The Seattle Mariners, they had a fight in their clubhouse with D. Gordon and Gene Segura. They had to be separated by teammates. And then while in Chicago broadcasting the Tigers and the White Sox, their TV announcers apparently got in a fight over a chair after Tuesday's game. And the Tigers literally flew in 2 replacement announcers the next day for Wednesday's game. So everyone's getting chippy in September.
I did not know that. Were they swinging at each other?
It just said there was no big details. It was just physical altercation, and it was big enough that they sent them both home.
Wow.
I'm finalizing my list right now.
All right, who wants to go first?
It's your idea, so you go first. I'll let you 2 go first. So we'll go snake draft style.
Snake draft. All right, who's going second? Nuke.
Aldo, Nuke, me.
And then you again, then Nuke, then me. Okay.
Yeah.
So first overall pick. I mean, it's got to be Kyle Schwarber. That guy.
Damn it!
Are you kidding me? You thought I wasn't going to take Kyle Schwarber?
You can't go with the same people.
It's a draft.
No, it's a draft. He's off the board.
Schwarber was my number 1 too.
Oh yeah.
Damn it! I mean, the guy's going to have 12 beers in him?
Yeah.
He's strong as an ox.
He's going to chug a beer right before he starts the fight.
Yeah. No, that's a good one. That is a good one.
Up.
Oh my God. I'll take Daniel Polka.
Ooh, reach.
I'm just going on size there.
Yeah, that's a pure size pick. And you know what?
Intimidation.
I think Polka's too nice of a guy. I think he's just
doesn't have that killer instinct.
So.
I think he's just a big teddy bear. I see him throwing foul balls to kids. He's doing all the 108 and stuff and all this stuff. I just think Polka, he doesn't have that I'm gonna break your nose.
No edge.
I know on the field, yes, but in a street fight, I don't see it. All right, so I got 2 picks now. I got my flip. I'm gonna go. I don't need to take this in the first round, but I'm going to because it's awesome. I'm gonna take Yolmer Sanchez.
Energy, scrappy.
Because he's just a nut job. Have you ever seen him in his street clothes? The guy wears sleeveless t-shirts tucked into jeans with the huge belt buckle and 12 chains. He'll bite someone's nose off. Let's just put it out there. He will bite someone's nose off.
He's that little guy that comes out of a sack in Ace Ventura.
Yes, and then he'll pour Gatorade on himself when you win the fight. So I want Yomar.
Okay, so Yomar.
And then my second pick is a little I think I'm funny. I'm going to go with Daniel Murphy. And right before the fight, I'll just tell him that the guys on the other side are all about that life. And I'll let Daniel go nuts.
God damn it, so.
But he's not. No, he'll just go and pray for them.
Nope.
He will.
He'll probably
it'll be the book of Matthew and the book of John right here, and he's just gonna go with it right now. So I took Yomar, and I got Yomar and Daniel Murphy. Nuke, it's your pick.
All right, man. I have like 20 names written down here. Like 4 of them.
Charlie Tilson.
Oh, geez, yeah, right. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Juan Minaya.
Oh, wow. Reach.
Explain.
I think he's got a little crazy eye in him.
Okay.
I think there's something in him that's like, you flip that switch and he's done. He's going off.
All right. Fair enough. You see it in him. I'm not gonna argue with you. I don't know enough about Juan.
All right, my second pick will be Wilson Contreras. He will fuck you up.
Damn it!
My team is kicking all of your teams like combined.
Oh, first of all, Yomar has already bitten off Kyle Schwarber's ear. So let's
Kyle Schwarber doesn't even need his ear. All right, so Kyle Schwarber, Wilson Contreras,
and then you pick again.
And then I go again. I'll go with. Oh man, let's go. Are we going minor leagues or no?
You can go in minor leagues.
All right, I'm gonna pick Eloy because Eloy's just a big, strong guy.
Nope, Eloy. Nope.
Eloy will beat you up and won't even care.
Actually,
he has that killer instinct. He just wants to be up. I'll have all your guys will have a cutout picture of Rick Hahn, and he'll be so angry.
See, what you don't realize is as soon as the night season's over, Eloy is going to be frozen Ted Williams style until spring training, so nothing happens to our precious Eloy. So he can't fight.
Oh man, just imagine Eloy, Schwarber, and Wilson Contreras showing up.
Contreras was a solid pick. I was definitely going to scoop him up.
All right, you're up next, Nuke. Last or no?
No,
Nuke. I got 2 more.
We've got 2 more. So
3 more. I have 3 more.
2 more. You already picked 2.
You already picked 2. Polka and Crazy Eyes. No, 4.
No.
So disappointing.
Everybody else is a disappointment.
Who do you got, Nuke? Come on. Who do you got, Nuke? There's a couple on the Cubs. I mean, I'm sorry, but the White Sox just
I went
not so menacing.
I'm trying not to go all White Sox. You know who I want? Here's who I want. I'm going Don Cooper.
Yeah.
At number 3.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal pick.
He'll insult everyone to death.
I don't think he's afraid to mix it up.
I think that might be your best pick, Nuke. I don't think you're topping that pick because he's got like your drunk uncle strength.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm gonna go with Pedro Strop.
Ooh.
Because he's psycho. And my last pick, bring it home. Just gotta go with my guy here, Tim Anderson. Going with my dude.
I like that one. Fast.
He's with my guy. I got a real small
agile. You're going with the speed.
Yeah, because I'm slow as shit. So if I'm the 5th member of this team, I gotta build up the speed around me to make up for how slow I am. So my final team is Yomar, Tim Anderson, Daniel Murphy, and Pedro Strop.
All right, Nick, you have one more. Your last pick.
I'll take Anthony Rizzo.
Oh, that's
soft.
Whoa! Anthony Rizzo's not soft. He was going to fight the entire Reds team.
It's the Reds, dude.
All right, my last.
Who was the guy? Who was the guy that when they mix it up with the Reds,
Kyle
was kicking it with? No, who was kicking with his feet? Was that Johnny Cueto? Remember, he was like
maybe.
He was pushed up against the net and he was kicking his feet at the guy.
If you kick in a baseball brawl, you should be banned. You should get the Pete Rose treatment. You should just be banned forever.
Oh.
Okay, my last pick will be Javier Baez because if we get into any trouble, he'll do a magic trick and we'll just disappear. So
he's probably the softest of all soft.
strong disagree.
I had him or Yolmar, and I went with Yolmar just because I love Yolmar so much.
So I think my team is. Woof.
I don't know. Did you write down everyone's picks?
I have mine. I memorized everyone's.
I think I get my shit pushed in.
Oh yeah, you definitely.
So I have Kyle Schwarber, Wilson Contreras, Eloy Jimenez, and Javier Baez. Nuke, you have like a pile of rocks. Don Cooper, Polka,
Juan Manaya,
and Rizzo. There you go.
And I got Yolmar, Tim Anderson, Daniel Murphy, Pedro Strop.
Oof, boys, that's an ass kicking right there.
This is a 2-dog fight.
Don Cooper kicks some ass.
Nuke, I would probably prefer to drink with your squad more, Nuke.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm getting into a fight with that.
Don Cooper's going to get so mad, he's going to start beating up his own teammates. He's going to be like, fuck
Don Cooper would probably start the fight, and the rest of us would have to try and break it out.
Well, that's actually that's more realistic, because I've sat down with Don Cooper at events on the south side here at bars, and that man drinks a full beer in like two sips. Like, it is gone. He's just like, yeah, give me another one. He wasn't ordering single beers. He was ordering buckets.
I think Nuke does have the best going out and having a beer with the team.
Yes.
Cooper's a wine guy, too.
Yes, he is. Next week, we'll definitely DM or tweet us things that you want us to do, drafts or whatever we'll call this, because topics where we'll give our top 4. Next week, if we don't get any good suggestions, we're going to do top 4 most overused, out-of-date stereotypes for fans.
Ooh.
Fan bases?
Fan bases, yes. Like booing Santa Claus or world's largest gay bar or meth heads and so on and so forth. So that's pretty much all I got. Make sure you're following us on Twitter at Pinwheels Ivy Pod. Same with Instagram. It's there somewhere. Make sure you're
still up.
Yep. Make sure you're shooting us a like and a review. We do have some more stuff to give away. No one claimed the Jose Abreu bat, so we're going to redo that. Do you guys got anything you want to do before we sign off?
Best deference.
I can't wait until Hawk retires.
Oh, goodness.
Why do you hate America? Anyways.
Yeah, Hawk.
Yeah. Oh. We'll end on that note. Hey, guys, it's our first show under an hour. Congratulations.
Nice.
All right, everybody. Well, for Matanuco, Aldo Soto, I'm Matt Sawatsky. This is the Pinwheels and Ivy Podcast, and we'll see you next week.
Let's look over to it.
Yeah, solid.
That was a good one.